everyone, and welcome back. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome too. The sun has finally come back and we were very happy to get out and film, especially along the coast, as we have some wonderful and very cute visitors. The seal pups are here and they're so fluffy and fat already. I'm looking forward to seeing them grow over the next month or two. The seals featured earlier on in the video have picked the perfect spots. No one has access to them from the land. The cliff was a sheer drop. It was very sheltered cove. The water looked amazing from where we were standing. It just looked like a little seal paradise. And you could see on their faces that they were enjoying themselves. It was a scorching day, but they were just happily floating and bobbing along with the waves. It was really cool to see. All in all, an amazing day out for us. We did end up going further down the coast to a beach that has these incredible rock pools. When you're in the middle of these rock pools and you look out, it was as if you were on some sort of moonscape. It just looked like you were on a different planet almost. We found sand martins, a small colony of them tucked away on a small cliff. They looked really cozy in their little burrows. I'm so impressed with my partner that day. He somehow managed to catch this fish. They are incredibly fast. I would walk past a pool and you would see these flashes of shadow dart under the rocks, almost too fast for the human eye. I think my partner's hunter-gatherer skills really shined that day. He was enjoying himself immensely. He did put the fish back in a deeper pool with lots of seaweed and rocks to hide underneath. I knew from the get-go that I wanted to draw the seals. I purposefully went looking for them because I hadn't seen them in a while. You only tend to get very short glimpses of them. I always start off with some messy, quick thumbnails just to get a rough idea of what I want to include, maybe play around with the composition a bit. If I'm still not sure about something, I might sketch a more detailed version before the final, but sometimes I'll just feel confident enough and just dive right in. Here I am blocking in my final sketch. You can see that I'm using a lot more straight lines rather than curved lines. Just easier for me to work this way, start working very lightly with the pencil. You can see that I still do make mistakes and it's just easier to correct. Still trying to work out what I want, just ironing out the details around this stage. And I'll work in my sketchbook for as long as possible so that I'm less likely to change my mind during the final stage. This piece was really fun to do, but it really did challenge me. I hadn't done an underwater scene before, so trying to work out beforehand how to do that was quite the challenge. Here I'm laying down the Bristol paper, which is a beautiful smooth paper to work on. For ink, it's perfect. A lot of other papers, just too rough for the ink brush and the dip pen. So I love to draw on a upright surface, however I am struggling here. Inking on an upright surface, however, is a challenge in and of itself. So what I do, you'll see a little bit later on, that I do actually switch to a flat surface, which gives me more control. With this drawing, I'm just doing a little bit of experimentation. I'm experimenting with a thicker line, so that's why I'm using the brush at this stage rather than the dip pen. My last video, you do see me use the brush in one of my sketches, which is in my other sketchbook. I do think I started off there, you can see, with a little bit of that kelp there. Did accidentally press a little bit too hard because my arm was aching, so the line is really thick. So I'm still making mistakes, but it's all experimentation, and I'm glad I tried it this way. I'm really happy with the end results. I think it just makes everything stand out a little bit more than if it was a thinner line. I think it would, in the end, get lost in all the detail. I found out that I really love to draw these sea anemones. I'll give myself a pat on the back because I can pronounce that. It's a really difficult word for me to pronounce. Yeah, this little one was really fun to do. So I switched to a smaller brush just to give me that finer detail, and this stage I had so much fun, don't get me wrong, but it took absolutely ages. All of these tiny lines, they make such a wonderful effect in the end, but my god, does it take me hours. I do love to get lost in the process, however, so even though after hours and hours of drawing I was aching, I would do it all over again. I just love getting lost in a drawing like this. My partner said to me that the seal here in the drawing looks more like a seal pup, and that wasn't really a decision that I made. He just ended up looking more young, but I like that. I think he's possibly maybe a young seal who's just learnt to swim. He's grown up a little bit and he's exploring the little bay. I do struggle in some parts of this drawing. Now, I'm pretty new to inking and cross-hatching. I've only done a few pieces. I started, I would say, springtime. Yeah, I think I started in the early spring. And I'm loving it so far. There are still many mistakes that I make, but I'm just having fun, not taking it too seriously. I think I will continue working in line and cross hatching. Before it was just graphite or maybe charcoal that I would work with. I have tried other mediums such as watercolour and gouache, but just nothing really stuck with me. This is the only thing I've found so far that I've really enjoyed and just stuck with. I think it's really nice when you find something that you really resonate with. This is the stage where my hand started to really ache. It was coming towards the end of the day. And after probably doing hundreds and hundreds of lines, yes, my arm felt very, very achy and tired, but I do love the end result. And here is the finished piece. I hope you all liked it. Let me know if you did down in the comments. I love to hear what you think. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.